Legendary NFL coach Bill Belichick announced his resignation from the Patriots yesterday after 24 seasons with the team. Watch this.
The fans here are amazing, and not just in New England, but they extend nationally and even internationally. So appreciative of the fans for all the support they've given me, my family, and this football team. And it's with just so many fond memories and thoughts that I think about the Patriots, and I'll always be a Patriot. I look forward to coming back here, but at this time, we're gonna move on, and I look forward. I'm excited for the future.
He doesn't smile much, does he, Bill Belichick? Portnoy, right-hand side of the screen. Dave is with us this morning. You lost Tom Brady and now Belichick. You okay with this?
Yeah, I mean, you're as okay as you can be. Nothing in life goes on forever. Every season turns. People get old. It's the story of life. So we had the greatest run in the history of professional sports. So it stinks. But the writing was on the wall with this. This isn't Nick Saban, who retired at the top of his game. Things weren't going great in New England. But again, 6 Super Bowls, 9 championships, the greatest run. So it's sad that it's over. But, what's that old quote? Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. That's kind of what we're going to do here in New England.
There are reports that the Patriots are going to hire Jared Mayo as the new head coach. He's only 37 years old. What do you think to that?
Well, they already hired him, so that became official today, and it was already in the contract. He's a lifelong Patriot, but listen, 37, good. What is better? I'd rather have that, a 37-year-old head coach, than a 99-year-old president, so I'll take that.
I'm something of a newcomer to football, but tell me why everyone seems to hate the Patriots. Why is that?
Because we win, Stuart, because we win. I know you're a soccer guy. They probably hate Man United because they win. People used to hate the Yankees because they won. They don't win anymore. The Patriots are the class, the dynasty. You wake up in the morning, you want to be the Patriots. You go to bed at night, you want to be the Patriots. I have so many Super Bowl rings, I don't know where to keep them. I'm running out of room on the shelf. People are jealous. People are haters. When you get to the top, everyone wants to tear you down. It's really the story of my life.
Just a few moments ago, you talked about the president, a 99-year-old president. You don't approve of our 81-year-old president?
Well, no. He's a walking vegetable, and that has nothing to do with being, Republican, Democrat. But when you need help walking off a stage after you give a speech, it's probably time to call it quits. There is no company. If you were running a company, Stuart, and you cared about the bottom line and making money, you would not put somebody who clearly has cognitive disabilities in charge of your company. Again, it's old, it's sad, but it is insane that somebody who is clearly impaired is the president of the United States.
Do you think he's capable of being the president for another 5 years?
No, he's not capable of being a president for another 20 seconds. But the issue is there are people who are pulling the strings behind him, clearly, who are making the decisions. I don't know who those people are. They have the power, and they don't want to give it up. But there's absolutely no way he should be president. Well, he won, I guess, but it's a disgrace that he's going to run again. The man cannot find his way off a stage. He also, he's like a blabbering old uncle. You don't even know what he's talking about half the time.
Okay, what about Trump? What's your opinion there?
He would be my first pick, and that's primarily because, I've said this before, I think he's intentionally divisive. Despite my rough exterior, I want to bring this country together. I think he's vindictive like I am, which is fine when you're running a media company. But when you're president, you do have to build relationships. And, if he's president, I just hope the country can move together as one. I don't know how realistic that is because he's a lightning rod. Fair or unfair, he breaks people's brains. They get so caught up in how much they hate him, my dad included, they can't see reality.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Quick one, University of Michigan. They spend $30 million a year on diversity, equity, and inclusion jobs, DEI-based jobs. I think that's your alma mater. What do you think about this? DEI, $30 million a year.
Well, I'm glad you brought up my alma mater. I have this hat right here. 2023 national champion Michigan Wolverines. As far as the DEI stuff, We should be moving forward, not backward.
I agree.
You should strive to have a diverse,
got it.
well-trained staff, whatever, but move forward. Anything that you're going back and trying to be like, well, you did this 100 years ago, 40 years ago, we're going to punish for this, that's not going to work, and it's going to create more problems than anything else.
Hey, Dave, thanks for being on the show. I've got a hard break, so I've got to leave you real fast. Portnoy, you're
kicking me off
right.
like that?
This
is crazy.
They're going to cut me off if I don't cut you off. That's the way it is.
After all these years, this is how I get treated.
Come back soon, Dave.